Hello guys, NautoAce here, and this will be a follow-up on my Nintendo E3 2021 as well the conclusion, because I did mention about Super Robot War 30. So the gist of it is that Namco Bandai and Presto announced the latest Super Robot War series titled Super Robot War 30. And I did also said that this is a series that will never ever see a day to be published in the US. The closest thing you can ever do, well, for Super Robot War VXT series is you buy a import version, the Asian version. And like I said, I gotta give credit to Wario64 and Cheapest Gamer. At one point, Play Asia had a super Black Friday deal. The games, I was managed to buy them, let's just say, less than $40. So I'm just gonna keep it to that because it was a long time ago. However, there's a surprise, and I thought it was sort of a error, but apparently credit to Gematsu, and later on a lot of people shared it, and finally Wario64 is Cheap-Ass Gamer, and then finally officially Namco Bandai of America. So what am I talking about? So at first I saw this on Twitter. They say, hey, there's this trailer for Super World War 30. So I'm like, okay, well, we've seen a bunch of times already. The teaser trailer, the trailer with the new franchise going to be in it, whatever. What's the difference with this one? So they pointed out, did you watch the beginning of the trailer? And I'm like, what's going on here? And in the beginning of this particular trailer it had a ESRB rating pending. I'm like, wait, okay. And then suddenly they showed Super World War 30. And I'm like, wait a minute. A ESRB rating and then a trailer of Super World War 30. Like, I'm like, no, dude. At first I'm like, no, this is impossible. Seriously, that they're gonna actually bring it in the West. Like, really? Like, no. Someone's probably just messing with me, messing with some fans. Like, someone just edited it. But no. After a while, Namco Bandai of America posted on their YouTube page and on Twitter, and yeah, it was announced. Like they said, yes, for Steam, you can actually buy a NTSC version of Super Robot War 30. Yeah, so finally, over 30 years, for the first time ever, there will be a Super Robot War game in the West. Again, right now it's only exclusive to the Steam. Why? Maybe open platform, maybe some sort of deal, maybe there was some loophole, who knows. And a lot of people even reacted like, oh my god, this is for real. And some of them were sad because, well, is it possible also on the console, the PS4 and the Switch? I don't know, but why is it possible on Steam but not on the console? A lot of people theorize that maybe cuts, maybe license issue, maybe what percentage they get, who knows. I mean, I'm surprised it's not on the Epic Game Store, because you're probably gonna get more cut, but you know, nobody likes that store. Well, whatever. So right now, yeah, there is a NTSC version of Super Robot War 30 exclusive on Steam. Maybe there will be a PS4 or Switch, maybe not, who knows. I mean, try to let your voice heard, but again, like I said before in my previous video, this is something that's insanely even, like, I don't even know how it's even possible, because some of this franchise was never been in the West. Like Gao Gai Gar Final, Gao Gai Gar versus Betterman, Brave Police J. Decker, you know, there's probably some there that might not be in the West. I mean, granted there are some, but believe it or not, like I said, after buying the Super Robot War game VXT, I started noticing, because I have Netflix, I have Funimation, you know, those apps, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize the robot, I recognize that robot, like, oh my god, some of the robots that I saw in the game are in, like, they were in the West, like on Netflix, Funimation, Hulu, Pluto TV, Tubi TV, whatever. I'm like, oh wow, maybe, but like so far for now, I know that it's not. Like I said, the Brave series, I kind of don't ask why the Brave series. Probably some other ones there too. I don't know. So yeah, it is sort of interesting for the first time ever. Super World War 30 is gonna be on Steam, a US version, so that means it's $60. You can actually get the DLC. So the downside, to some extent, is the DLC. That's the reason why some people are like, kind of bum out. Because yeah, like the Super Robot War VXT series, they do have DLC. However, it has to be in a particular region. Yeah, you can use like your other account to get the DLC, but it's gonna be convoluted. Then you have to buy PSN card. You gotta find the right region one. You just can't put any. Yeah, that's region lock, so that's really the downside. But again, to some extent, do you really buy the DLC after? Unless you're a super fan, you're probably not gonna buy the DLC, just saying there. But like I said, it is on Steam. I'll probably be able to play it on my computer. But a friend of mine, that when I told him the news, he wasn't really too happy because, well, it's on Steam. I'd rather have it on the PS4. But again, maybe Namco Bandai of America make something. I mean, just even have just a digital release for this game, because here's the reality, whether you like it or not. Some people like anime. I like anime. I like anime robot, like a nerd, like a Japanese kid nerd. Oops, sorry, but you know the deal. If you watch One Piece, you saw Frankie's robot. You can understand what I'm saying. But the bottom line is, not a lot of people are like anime geek fan, robot fan. Maybe Transformer, but again, it's a little bit story, because if you follow some news about Transformer and Diaclone, there's a two different story there. But the bottom line I'm trying to say here is, push cut to shove, it is a niche thing, and not a lot of people probably gonna buy it. I'm just throwing it out there, but we'll see. Maybe they are considering it, maybe, but we'll just have to wait and see. But right now, the Steam version is your option. I mean, heck, there are some games that's only Steam in the West. It's not even on the other consoles, such as what's that game? A Square Enix fighting game, Million Arthur, was only on Steam. There's no PS4 version, even so in Japan. I mean, probably that's a censorship issue there. Gundam Cross Generation, only on Steam. And I think there's a console version in Japan again. Probably something with license, maybe Sony, maybe Nintendo, I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So, I mean, if you guys want to convince Namco Bandai of America, let your voice heard. I mean, heck, if fans were able to persuade Ono, Reggie, Harada, and some important people to bring Project X Zone 1 and 2 in the West, it's a possibility. Just let your voice heard. Just throwing it out there. But it is what it is there. We'll just have to wait and see. So those are my thoughts. Yes, Super Robot War 30 will actually be officially coming to West at Steam. That's it. And for some people, you thought I forgot about this. Well, wasn't there already Super Robot War? Heck, NautoAisDx, you did a showcase of the first game. Yes. Super Robot War Original Generation for the Game Boy Advance 1 and 2. Problem with that one is that's an original generation. It's just all original robot. Heck, they even did a remix on the PS2, but they didn't bring that out because, well, sadly to say, not a lot of people bought the GBA games. So I have them, but yeah, let's just say that a lot of people didn't buy them. At a poor sale. Atlas even said it. So that's why. So, I mean, yeah, you could probably count that, but to some extent, it's original generation, so it's much easier. So with that, I'll see you guys later.